Hello, this is Bronwyn with Wise Therapy, and today I wanted to offer some tips about how to conflict well with your partner, colleague, kids, your friends, your parents, your in-laws, your family members, whatever. Okay? It's very simple, some simple tools, and they all revolve around one concept, and that concept is to lead with vulnerability. This may sound like the hardest thing in the world to do, and it may feel that way as well. And you will be astounded at the results that it produces. When people are conflicting, having conflict, disagreeing about something, it's only natural to fall into a defensive position. That is just how the ego is built. You're falling into a defensive position, you're defending yourself, which then impairs your ability to hear and listen to what the other person is saying and listen to what you're saying. So, a shortcut, a way to get around this very typical, natural way of conflicting and eventually ending up in gridlock is to lead with vulnerability. And what I mean by that is to be the brave one, to be the first one to soften, accept responsibility for whatever you can regarding the situation, and thereby be vulnerable. And I guarantee you, 9.5 times out of 10, the other person will follow in suit. So you are leading with vulnerability. You are modeling how the rest of the discussion should go. You're setting the stage and saying, listen, I'm not going to butt heads with you. I see that you're very upset, or I see that you don't understand, or I see that you're struggling. I see that you're feeling challenged. I too am feeling challenged. I'm struggling with this, and I see my part in how I participated in getting to where we are right now. And, I'd really like to find a solution and move forward that's going to work for both of us. I make it sound really simple, and it is that simple at the end of the day. And if you practice this and get good at it, it's that simple. And the really important part that I want to address that people struggle with the most, the reason that typically in conflict you get locked in gridlock is because you want to feel right. You want to be acknowledged as right. You want your points to be seen, understood, and validated. Again, natural, normal part of human existence of having an ego. I want you to understand that by leading with vulnerability, taking responsibility for your part in arriving at the conflict, you are not submitting or surrendering or admitting that you're wrong. That's not what's happening at all. At no point am I advising you to say, you're right, I'm wrong. That's not leading with vulnerability. Leading with vulnerability is very different and in fact requires far more strength than it does to just argue and try to arrive at a feeling of being right. That actually comes from weakness and insecurity. Weakness isn't the right word. It comes from insecurity. Okay? It takes an enormous amount of strength, confidence, and self-love to say, okay, I'm not going to argue with you. I get that this thing that I said or did was confusing to you. I accept that. And, I'm feeling this way, and how can we work together to find a solution? You're not admitting that you're right or wrong. You're admitting that both of you are right and both of you are wrong, and let's just get to it. Let's not waste all of our time. And I just want to address that because that's where our egos get really hung up and get in our way of moving through a conflict swiftly and easily, the way that I'm describing. And if you can just get that ego out of the way a little bit, just calm the ego and let the ego know you're not wrong. You're not capable of being 100% right or 100% wrong. That's just not possible. And just gently calm and soothe the ego so that you can move through this effectively, productively, and maybe even the cherry on top would be developing a stronger bond with the person that you're conflicting with. That's really what conflict is for. Conflict is to cut through all the crap, right? And really let two people see who each other really is, deep down, underneath it all. And when you can connect there, that's a deep connection. That's a bond. That's going through stuff with somebody and getting out the other side, and that makes it stronger. So conflict is good. Conflict creates depth and meaning in relationship. So don't shy away from it, but move through it in a manner that is constructive and adds value to your life, not in a way that breaks you down and makes you feel less than. Okay, I hope this is helpful. Remember, lead with vulnerability. That's the whole premise here. Try it. Let me know in the comments how it went. And let me know about anything that you would like clarification on, because I can talk more about this topic. Thank you so much. Check out my site, www.wisetherapy.com, wise with a Z, or email me at healing@wisetherapy.com.